Good day, sir. My name is Binam Ratapa. My student number is ST10090477. And in this video, I'll be showing you my programming 7312 part 2. Okay, so you will have a zip file for this project. You can either download it from VCLon or you can either download it from GitHub. Once you have that, if you're depending on which IDE or which code editor you're using, if you're using Visual Studio, then you can just go to NuGet Package Manager and go to Package Manager Console, and then you can just say .NET Restore. So this will download all the NuGet packages that is needed to run this application. But if you're in Visual Studio Code, then you can just go to your terminal, and just say .NET Restore, and then it will install all the NuGet packages that you need. Also, just remember that I'm using .NET 8 as a target framework. So if you have like .NET 7 or 6, I will highly recommend you to use on .NET 8, because there are a few things that .NET 7 and 6 might not have that .NET 8 has introduced. Okay, so depending on your code editor, I'm using this Visual Studio, so I'll just go and run it. If you're using Visual Studio Code, then you can just say .NET Watch and run the application. All right, after the application has been run, you're redirected to our homepage. And as you can see, the part 2 is all about the local events and announcement. So this video is going to be just local events and announcement. All right, so basically, if I click on local events and announcement, there are a few things we can see. Sorry for that. So as you can see, there's category and event date. You can sort events by category and event date. So at the moment, I have this upcoming events. There are 3 of them. These are pre-allocated, so I've just hard-coded this value, because since I'm not using any kind of databases. But I can just go here in community and maybe search for that. And as you can see, I get the community. I can view the details and all that. Let's go back to the events. And as you can see, it will also give me the recommended events, right? So depending on the user, how many times a user has selected any kind of events, it will show us the recommended events right here. So if I go in arts, and as you can see, it shows there. All right, I also have event date. So let's say I want to know what's happening on 30th of October. Let me search. Oh, there's a food festival that's happening on 30th of October. Let me view the details. And like, okay, let's go back to the events. And as you can see, it works flawlessly, and all upcoming events and all that. All right, so that's our local events and announcement. There's nothing much we can do over here, but I've also added admin side. So for example, at the moment, nobody can create events. We have to go to Visual Studio and hard code the events. But to avoid that, I've also added our admin side. So for example, if I go here and just account and login, and as you can see, there's a login menu. The only admin can log in over here. If you want to do this, if you want to do the same, you can just go to, you can just add admin as a username and admin123 as a password, and you can just hit login. After I've logged in, there are a few things that I want you to show, and that is add event and logout, right? So now I can just go to add event and then create an event. So for now, let me create an admin test. That's happening tomorrow, and admin test. Let's create that event. As you can see, this admin test has been created. And now let me go back to the page. Let me log out, and then let's go to local events and announcement as a normal user. And as you can see, admin test is there as well. So if I go here, search for the category, as you can see, admin test is there. View the events, and I can see all of that. Let's go back, and admin test is also over there in our recommended events. All right, cool. So what will happen if a new user, for example, this user is not logged in, right? So let me go back. Let me go to account and login, and let me log in. Let's go to add event. So as you can see, this, as a normal user, you are not allowed to have it, right? So for example, I logged out. Now let me go back to that thingy. You're not allowed. So as I've already logged out, I'm not allowed to go to this page. So let's see what happens, and it'll tell me to log in again. So you need to be logged in just to go to that thingy, right? And after logged in, then only you can go to the add event page. And yeah, so that's the part 2 as a nutshell. But and I'll also add different provinces. So depending on what provinces you are, it'll show you that events. So for example, if an event is happening on Cape Town, then, and if you are in Cape Town, you'll only see what's happening in the Cape Town, right? Yeah, so I didn't really have that much of time to finish that today, but obviously on in PoE I'll implement that functionality as well. But for part 2, that's about for me, and I'll check you on part 3. Thank you.